let's talk about our last integration technique. This last integration technique uses your arc trig functions, your inverse trig functions. So arcsine, arccosine, arctan. To start off, we're going to do this warm-up example where we start with differentiating. This is what we've been doing to this point. So, if you remember, the differentiating rule for arcsine is that. That was the rule for arcsine. That's what we learned a couple chapters ago. So if I want to take the derivative of this is going to be a chain rule, where I take square root of 1 minus, instead of x, it's going to be what's on the inside here, and then times by the derivative of the inside, which is going to be 1/2. So that's our chain rule. Now, I'm actually going to take this, and this is what we did a couple chapters ago. This would have been our answer. I'm actually going to go through this and simplify it a little bit. So here's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to say, I'm going to first off multiply these across. So I get 1 on top, and now I have 2 square root of 1 minus, and then we're going to distribute this square, x squared over 4. So all I'm doing is I'm simplifying this answer we got up here. Now, I can move this 2 into the square root by squaring it, because squaring and square rooting undo each other. So I could rewrite this as 4 times 1 minus x squared over 4. I move that 2 inside by squaring it, because now I can move it outside by square rooting it and get the same thing. Okay, let's now distribute that 4. So get y prime equals 1 over square root of 4 minus x squared. So notice now that this rule now has numbers, whereas before we only memorized the rule with a 1 there. If I simplify it with chain rule, I do get that there can be other numbers there. And this is important for the integral rule, because you will notice this was our old tangent rule, 1 over 1 plus u squared. Well, now we're extending it by saying this can be a number, any number, not just 1. So this is our new integral rule. And here is your sine version. Now let's talk about these rules really quickly. First off, notice that arctan has a 1 over a in front. Arcsine does not. Second, your u is always your variable. U is your variable. A is your constant, whatever number. So in the example we did down here, this would be u, this would be a. That sort of thing. So now we have these two rules. In the next video, we're going to start to do some integral examples where we apply these two rules.